It's been the slogan since small kids. Yeah, ain't have to tell them, long live. Lyricism forever, that's on big. Everywhere I throw my L up, long live.
Gather round, hustlers, that's if you're still listening. Mickey Facts here. We are back with the Plague Breakdown again. Project is coming out March 14th. Here's the album cover. It'll be on all DSPs for you to enjoy while you're driving, while you're working out. You ain't got to go on YouTube anymore. You ain't really got to go on Bandcamp anymore either. Now you can just stream it from Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, wherever you choose. And this record, I was writing this record when I was in El Paso, Texas. And I wanted a psychological breakdown. And I felt like this was the perfect beat to kind of get this off. So let's get right into it. One of the homies produced this record. And I just kind of wanted to tap into a different mind frame. And get really, really, really lyrical on this. So let's go through this. This is Shutter Island.
A man who lies to the world is a liar. A man who lies to himself builds an island and crowns himself God of it.
So what's interesting about this is my homeboy, that's my homeboy's quote. I didn't say it. I didn't want to say it. My engineer said it. Because the song was already done. So I told my homeboy sent me that quote. Shout out to Q. And he then I sent it to my engineer because he was already mixing the record. I was like, yo, I need you to say this in the beginning of the song. So that's how that came about. All right, let's get straight to it.
While I was packing up this funeral, I came to the conclusion that nigga Chaz is delusional.
All right, so starting it off, this was like the fourth or fifth record I had wrote. I was writing this and Ung Bak at the same time in Texas. And for me, I was already 4 songs in. So this was like the 5th or 6th song that I was writing. And I was like, yo, packing up this funeral, this nigga Chaz is delusional. Like, I was like, yo, this guy he's out of his mind.
So sad and unusual. Nigga base his whole life track stacking the numeral and how many views you.
Right, so stacking the numeral and how many views you do. Like, that's his focus. It's not about the art. It's about, and when I say stacking the numeral, I mean the numeral of the views, but also stacking money and how many views you do. That's all that matters to him. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's juvenile. What about the art? What about what it is that you create? That's what matters.
Wow, that shit is juvenile. Comparing numbers like an accountant that stare at numbers. I can hear you suffer.
Right, so comparing numbers. If your numbers is higher than his, you must have bought bots and views. If your numbers are lower than his, that means you ain't nothing to him. And I think that is the dichotomy that I was trying to express through this particular portion of the record.
Verb don't understand how the internet function. He carves a narrative under the real comparative substance.
Right, so he doesn't understand how this whole thing works. It's not about the views. Yes, the views get you paid, and we all want to get paid, but it's about the impact. And then he creates these themes to help with his arguments whenever he's going on his rants. And for me, I was like, I have to break that down.
It's a scary consumption, arrogant sucker with the weirdest assumption that some of us believes his character judgment. There is reluctance.
Right, so for me, this 5-syllable multi that I kept going, right? People think, like, I felt like people believe that he believes that we really look to that side of him, and that's not the case. I wanted to kind of really have that conversation with him, like, bro, there's something going on, and I want to get to the bottom of it.
But I'm really disgusted, and I fear at this juncture the inside is outwardly starting to appear through the punctures.
How he's feeling on the inside is now slowly seeping out, right? Like he believes the things that he's saying and he's spouting this nonsense for everybody to hear. It's almost shock content. And there are people that were following this.
Creating worlds in his mind like Kyle from Inception. This is job of deception.
Right? So creating worlds out of nothing, like Cobb from Inception. If we saw Inception, you know, Cobb was Leonardo DiCaprio, who's also in Shutter Island. You know what I'm saying? And there's this fine line because I also say Tenet in here, right? So you got Inception, you got Tenet, and then you got Shutter Island, all dealing with time and the mindset, right? And I think that he was calling himself God.
In front of 200 stands would start calling himself God is deflective. Truth is, he moving state to state, horrible tenant.
Right, so that's the truth. He's not creating worlds like what Cobb did. Cobb created actual worlds. This brother's moving state to state. He doesn't have stability. And I wanted to emphasize that as well.
Look, it screams no stability. A voice without a face is a ghost with a host ability.
A voice without a face is a ghost with a host ability. And I'm talking about him in spaces, right? Like we can't see what he's taught. We can't see his face. He's a ghost to me at this point. Like you're not doing anything to let the people see what it is that you're saying. And I felt like that was really telling.
He did an interview. I was close to devoting energy to ask him if he needed some help. The hair under his hat was already visibly.
Right. So think about that for a second. Like Verb is normally a clean cut guy, but like he had hair under his hat. He looked off. And it was like, yo, what's going on? Your hair ain't even combed. You look wild. You know what I'm saying? And talking about he bought a Corvette. What drove him to Missouri? That's also an Easter egg that people didn't catch. So Corvette what drove him to misery?
Not combed, literally, but he's saying he bought a Corvette. That boy stressed, man. What drove him to misery? I didn't even ask him. I just posted about my Benz and how it talked to me. He brung up a fantasy car awkwardly.
He doesn't have a Corvette. He doesn't have a Corvette. So why would you bring that up? Again, he's creating worlds in his mind. I wasn't even talking to him when I brung that up. I was talking to TD the Truck. Shout out to TD. I was talking to him. He came into the thread and was like, I bought a Corvette. I didn't ask him. And you guys see me with my car. We have never seen this Corvette.
That nigga was broke and he's claiming he's broke. And Frank gave him some hope, but why are you still targeting?
Frank was a sponsor and gave him hope to get this battle with T-Top. He's like the only one that'll book him. You understand what I'm saying? So like, why are you targeting sponsors? Because they the ones with the money because you burnt other bridges, creating worlds in your head. This is a psychological breakdown.
And the sponsors, Gerald McCoy was funding community.
Shout out to Gerald.
Said some slick shit like a vulture, foolishly.
Gerald's gone. Like he doesn't follow anybody in the community. He literally is gone because of his actions and how it just spiraled and got out of hand because he was doing stuff that was foolish.
He's gone. The shit is all over due to you stupidly. ARP gave you the closure and did it ruthlessly.
So ARP had like this series where he was just breaking Verb down every day. Shout out to ARP, and it was really good.
You said Shy Money was gonna sign you, but that's a lie. You took a couple meetings, that's it, nigga. You satisfied?
We asked Shy Money, was there any battle rappers he was gonna sign? He said no. Now Battle Rap Dose messed up his caption on Twitter saying that he was signed to Shy Money, and I never said he was signed to Shy Money, and neither did Verb. He said that he was going to sign him. So when I asked him, he said no. I was never gonna sign a battle rapper. There were never any records. And you know who he signed instead? He signed Big Crit instead. And guess who helped find Crit? Cinematic Music Group, GFC New York, my marketing company.
Yeah. Trying to blame that on Beasley and Smack is why you moving like a gay crybaby, trying to get pacified.
Pacified, Crybaby, Smacking. He blamed that on Smacking Beasley, bruh. If somebody wants to sign you, nobody can stop that, bro.
What happened to the boy Jazz?
What happened?
He used to be the man, now we all trash.
He's trash.
Started up a podcast.
He said he was starting up a podcast with somebody, McCants or something like that. It never came to fruition, and he said he was gonna leave battle rap behind, but he's still here.
Battle rap with regret that you went and hauled ass. You said you in the movie and it had an all-star cast. It came out on Tubi and performed bad.
It was, you said it was gonna come out on HBO. It came out on Tubi, bro.
Looking like a goofy and it's all sad. Cut his internet off. We just need this broadband.
Internet broadband. We need this broadband. Calling them that.
Word. Damn, what happened to the boy Chaz? If we break it all down, tall task. Him and True should just do DoorDash.
Shout out to True. I had to shoot at you again because why would you take 500? That's what y'all should be doing instead of dissing me.
I saw Polo video post. You got my boy flagged.
He flagged Polo World. Why would you do that? Why would you flag Polo?
This shit is a cult. He just go up on Twitter to cope with his fraud ass.
This shit is a cult. He go on Twitter to cope. I'm rhyming internally.
Truthfully, this nigga's a joke. He make us all laugh, whether sniffing or sipping the coke. He got a bar tab.
So bar tab is, you know, you sip a Coke, you start up a tab. Also, Coke is a tab, right?
Every year you say you're leaving, but you still hit.
Every year you say he's leaving. He's literally still here.
Hitman said you sick. Bro, you in a wheelchair?
Are you in a wheelchair, brother? Let us know. I don't think you are. I just need something to rhyme with
I
that.
wouldn't be surprised. Why you ain't battle serious? You said you had security. I'm wondering, I'm curious.
Where was your security, bro? If you felt like Hitman was going to pull up, why you still ain't have your security with you and why you ain't battle serious, bro?
You said Mills was gonna lose. Now you got me furious.
You said you said Mills was going to lose. Mills won. He beat you.
You missed the whole deadline. Talking about mysterious people that never caught.
The deadline was December 31st. You missed the deadline. That's what you said. You never missed deadlines. Then you said there was mysterious people that called. Who called? We still don't know who called you. You said Hector was popping, and people called you to do great things. Who called you? That song came out in January. Nothing has come to fruition from it. You got T-Top next month.
Called you. The spaces is Shutter Island. You the island god. I get it now. This brother Wilder, what a talent.
Shutter Island, Island God. This is you creating the world.
Creating the world with nothing around it.
Nothing is nothing there.
Just people listening to you talk. They fucking silent.
That's it. Like, it's just you by yourself. This is damaging when you really analyze it.
Mental health is a problem. I'm praying that you get found with nothing but a psychiatrist helping you to get out of it.
I think there's something wrong, bro. I think we all think that. And I think this is the pinnacle of the psychological breakdown.
You be talking down on black women like they whack women, and you came from a black woman.
Salute to your mom, bro. What are you doing?
Brother hate himself, that's why I gotta give an ass whooping.
You hate yourself, bro.
If DiCaprio hear this, who asked for the planned footage?
I should have said fax footage. That's the one thing I regret on this record. I wish I would have said fax footage. We ended it at 3:14. You know, I thought that the record, this record is not monetized, the video, because of the footage that I used. And I thought I followed the guidelines by, 5 seconds a piece, but I guess I didn't. But again, like I said, it's not about the money, and it's about the impact. And this record impacted very, very well. A lot of people have this record as the number one song on their list. It's a powerful record. And like I said, I was memorizing a freestyle verse, writing Ung Bak, and writing this and recording it in El Paso.
Somebody tell me! Do you hear me? Somebody tell me how he did it! I have to know! I have to know!
Like, this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? With this song. And it's the best one to a lot of people. I'm grateful for that. Well, what do you guys think about this breakdown? Do you like it? Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow, Ung Bak, which is my favorite joint. Now, I know this should be my favorite one, but Ung Bak is my favorite one. Like, I listen to that the most. And it has actually the most views out of the plagues. That's 43,000 views. This one is at 35,000 views. Great record. Incredible, man. I I really like it, and I'm hoping that you guys are appreciating the breakdowns.